In July of 2023, two YouTubers named Sam and Jessica uploaded a video titled "Abandoned House Full of Dead Bodies" to their channel, Sam and Jess Explore. Their channel focuses on urban exploration, where the duo explores and typically documents their visits to various abandoned locations around the world. In this particular video, Sam and Jessica decided to drive to a remote part of England to explore an abandoned farmhouse. As soon as the duo arrived at the location, they noticed a flock of sheep aimlessly roaming around the property, and later even discovered a couple of old, abandoned vehicles. When they reached the entrance, they saw that the door, which was the only accessible entrance, was completely sealed off. But they found a narrow opening above the door, and somehow squeezed through it. Upon their entry, they were immediately met with a strong smell of decay, and described it as smelling like death itself. As they ventured further into the living room, they noticed that almost every part of the house was filled with trash, and piled high with years of hoarded items. They then decided to leave that room, and chose to check out the kitchen area. However, as soon as they reached that section, that's when they made a horrifying discovery.
Look, that's like a massive dead sheep.
Oh,
a pile of them.
yeah. Here we go. So this is the kitchen.
And this is where you start finding dead animals. Look, a coffin.
Oh man, a massive coffin.
That's even labelled as well.
What does it say?
That's it.
Oh my god.
It's a disintegrated dog.
Is that maggots?
Old, dead, dried up maggots.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, look. Oh my gosh. Someone's put that in there, haven't they? Yeah. Holy hell, man. Why? What?
Oh shit. I didn't realise it was like that here. Oh my god, mate. It stinks in here.
What the hell? It stinks. I wonder why she would keep them all inside. There's bones everywhere. Oh my god.
It's disgusting.
In the sink. That one had horns.
She obviously lost her mind now.
Look, bags of bodies. Chainsaw.
Oh yeah, but this is what this was.
Yeah, this white bag is just a bag of bodies. They probably didn't want to get into trouble, did they?
Oh yeah, so they hid it all.
For, like,
Bad
neglecting the animals.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
After finding several carcasses and bones of multiple animals, the explorers were completely shocked by their discoveries. As they investigated the room further, they found several cans of chemicals, a tub, and even a chainsaw, which only made them more suspicious about what sinister event might have once transpired within these walls. Although the duo was deeply disturbed by these findings, they still chose to remain in the room for several minutes, trying their best to investigate and make sense of what they had stumbled upon. However, as they were investigating their surroundings, they suddenly heard a car driving into the property.
Vehicle.
The old sink. What was that?
I think the farmer might be here, you know. I just heard a vehicle pull up.
You won't be able to get in.
No. This has a key.
I'll have to be quiet. This is literally the most hillbilly room I've ever been in. She's literally just brought them in bags. I keep hearing that. Apart from obviously...
Outside.
Shit. Okay, so there's like 3 people outside the house right now. I don't know if they're gonna come in or not. There's an old man in the front garden. I don't even want to look. I wonder which door he can access. Shh. He's trying to get in the front door. I literally just missed it. Just be quiet and I don't think he'll know it. He's checking it all. They're gonna think no one's in it. They got back into the car. Just gotta wait for them to drive away.
I think there's 2 cars.
Really? I don't think they think no one's there because no one's broken in. One of them is not happy me. Stuck in this stinking house.
After noticing a group of individuals talking outside the house, the explorers immediately rushed into the kitchen and began hiding there for approximately the next 10 minutes. Over the course of this anxious period, the group continued talking outside, leaving the explorers completely puzzled about who they were and, most importantly, how they would manage to leave the house. Fortunately for them, they eventually heard the group walking away, but the voices didn't disappear entirely, as the duo could still hear them talking in the distance. The explorers, taking advantage of the moment, decided to venture into the upper levels to get a different vantage point and investigate where the group was, hoping to leave the house without being noticed.
Oh my gosh.
They're right there.
Are they?
Can I see that car?
No.
Yeah. They're back there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look.
Alright. They've left.
Now they're coming back.
Really? Why would they turn around just to come back?
I'm watching them. It's so weird. They've just pulled up there, like 3 meters up the road.
They're probably trying to see if we're gonna come out.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. Oh my god. Somebody's bed just covered. Oh shit. Fuck. Did she see us?
Yeah.
She did. Did she see us right now?
Yeah, she's seen
Really?
She's coming back.
That was really bad timing. Oh my god, what are we gonna... It's just old people looking after this house. Can you see anything? Where? I can't see her out that window anymore.
She's in the middle of the garden.
Really?
They know we're here.
Yeah.
You might as well just go out there.
Well, yeah, we are in a sec. I just wanted to finish filming the house.
After being spotted by the old lady, the explorers immediately pressed themselves against the walls, remaining perfectly still and hiding for several agonizing minutes. By this point, the duo had realized that their cover had been blown, and it had become painfully clear that the group was most likely waiting for them outside the house. Despite the looming threat, they chose to hold their ground, unwilling to give up their exploration so easily. They continued hiding while momentarily scanning the surrounding area, desperately waiting for an opportunity to escape without being detected. However, despite their best efforts, the group eventually confronted the explorers and ordered them to leave the house.
Right, we're gonna try and get out of here. I know. It's like a tractor or something.
That's the one.
Is it? They've just started it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled up in that road.
Is he just turned up? That's for us, isn't it? Yeah, mate.
Should we go? Do you see him?
Do you reckon he's trying to act like he needs to get into the field?
Oh, yeah. Can't drive in that field, though.
No, you can. Oh, fuck.
Let's just go on.
This is so awkward. They're gonna be so vexed when we come out of the window, mate. They're gonna shout at us. Yeah, she's vexed. I can't believe I'm trapped in this derp house. We're gonna attempt to get out, and when we get out there, we'll start filming again. The sheep are telling them where. Let's go out the front. Let me give you this.
They're at our car. They're at our car. Hey up! Hey up!
Although it appeared as though the explorers had somehow successfully managed to escape the house, and even did so without being spotted by the group. However, as they were approaching their vehicles, they were immediately stopped by two locals. Fortunately for them, the locals did not confront them or cause any problems. They were quite understanding once they explained that they were explorers. When the duo asked about the house, particularly the bones and carcasses, the locals mentioned that they knew the family who once lived there. According to them, when the couple sadly passed away, their only daughter couldn't manage the farm alone. To avoid trouble with welfare, she decided to hide any dead sheep in the utility room and also struggled to part with her deceased pets. She eventually fled the house when the living conditions became too poor. The explorers later reflected on their experience and noted that although it now appears like something from a horror film, it was upsetting to learn that this was the result of someone trying to cope with loss and illness, and that their once happy home had ended up this way. Nonetheless, this story does have a positive ending, as the locals ultimately concluded that there are plans to empty the house and renovate it soon. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video. These right here are 3 YouTubers named Todd, Jay, and Tommy, who in June of 2024 uploaded a video titled, "We Got Followed into This Dangerous Abandoned School," to their channel, The Decaying Ace. Their channel specializes in producing professional documentary-style urban exploration content, which places a strong emphasis on storytelling and meticulous documentation of the history behind these often forgotten and derelict locations. In this particular video, the trio, along with one of their friends, set out to explore an abandoned school known as the Dunbar Middle School, situated in Gary, Indiana. As the explorers began their video, they initially mentioned that they had a rough time finding an entrance, given that the building was reportedly due for renovation. This detail indicated that the area might be guarded by security personnel or surveillance cameras, and could most likely get them caught if they weren't careful. With this in consideration, the explorers decided to remain as quiet as possible, especially avoiding any loud noises that might draw any unwanted attention. For almost the next 10 minutes, they cautiously navigated their way through the abandoned structures, and everything up to this point seemed to be going quite smoothly for them, as they didn't hear or see anything unusual. They then decided to leave that section and eventually made their way toward the upper levels. However, as they were walking through the main hallway, that's when they stumbled upon something extremely alarming.
We're still in Gary, but it was a little more difficult to get into this one, so we're playing it safe for right now. Gonna be a little more quiet and cautious.
Stay near each other.
I hear someone. I think they might be outside because the end of the building is right there, but like I hear faint talking, so just I hear talking down that way. I'm pretty sure it's like right outside the building, but I mean it sounded like a woman or maybe a kid. I couldn't tell, but
Should we head that way?
the end of the building is right there, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're outside, but they've got to be like right outside. I don't know if that's the street or the sidewalk or what, but
Do you want me to take a walk?
I think they're in the parking lot. Because I think this is the back parking lot right here. I just heard someone right outside this window. Maybe they weren't saying anything that sounded like they knew we were in here, you know? It sounds like they were just talking to somebody else.
I mean, this is a bustling neighborhood.
After the explorers heard the voices, they immediately froze and remained in their positions, trying their best to stay hidden while also trying to make sense of who the voices belonged to. They later suspected that the noises were coming from outside the building, particularly from the parking lot, and that there might be a group gathered there. Although they were not entirely sure if these were security guards or some other threat, they still didn't want to take the risk of being caught, and ultimately jeopardizing their exploration, especially this early into their visit. Recognizing the potential risk of being caught or even arrested, the explorers decided to move as far away from the commotion and eventually started walking in the opposite direction. However, despite their best efforts to retreat, the noises continued, but this time they were louder and closer.
One way's walled off. We're gonna see if we can't try to get in through a window. That'll be it for here.
Yeah, this is a whole separate wing. I don't know where this is going.
They're coming.
It's starting to look way older.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess this way we didn't go yet.
This is pretty cool. How did we not see this one? Are they on the roof?
Yeah, they're right above us.
Is there like a room above us, or are they on the roof?
With the voices and footsteps now coming from the floor above them, the explorers still had no idea who they were or whether they posed any immediate threat. At one point, they even tried to peek out the window to investigate, but unfortunately, they couldn't clearly identify the individuals. As a result, they felt completely overwhelmed and startled by the unknown presence, all the while trying their best to figure out their next move. They ultimately decided to look up again and call out to make their presence known, hoping not to surprise or startle the other group.
Is there like a room above us, or are they on the roof?
Hey, you guys, be careful. Hey, down here. Be careful. Okay? They're so little.
They're on the roof?
They're on the f***ing roof.
Oh
just
my
hopping around.
gosh.
Oh my god, they're so little.
If anyone's gonna call the cops, it's because they're on the
No
roof.
kidding. They're gonna get.
Oh my god. Oh, 2 years? I think a little longer. Does anyone own it? Do you know, are they working on it at all?
No, but one day we saw some like people in some suits doing something about it.
Oh, inspecting, yeah. Okay. Cool, well, thank you. That's wild.
Luckily for the explorers, the group they encountered inside the building was not security guards or any other threat, but rather a group of local kids who were also there to explore the abandoned school. The group gave the explorers some brief information about the building before they both went their separate ways. After their friendly exchange, the explorers went back to exploring the building and continued for almost the next half hour. During their exploration, they thoroughly navigated their way through the remaining parts of the building and were able to do so in relative peace. They eventually decided to end their exploration and managed to leave the building without further incident. Nevertheless, this video serves as a good reminder and a stark contrast to the videos usually featured on this channel that not every individual or group you encounter in an abandoned location is dangerous or hostile, and you never know, you might have an unexpected encounter like this and end up sharing a wholesome moment, ultimately making the whole experience way more memorable. In March of 2021, a YouTuber named Chuck uploaded a video titled "We Weren't Alone in an Abandoned Hospital" to his channel, Condition Orange. His channel is dedicated to urban exploration, and he frequently documents footage of his adventures exploring various abandoned locations across the United States. In this particular video, Chuck, accompanied by one of his friends, set out to explore an abandoned hospital known as the Carway Medical Center, situated in Birmingham, Alabama. As the duo began their exploration and entered the building, they were immediately taken aback by the immense size of the facility. This not only meant that their exploration would be lengthy and exhausting, but also that if they heard or saw anything unusual, locating its source would be extremely difficult. Nonetheless, they remained optimistic and continued to document the abandoned hospital. For nearly the next 10 minutes, they cautiously moved from one side of the building to the other, and everything up to this point seemed to be going quite smoothly for the explorers. They then decided to leave that section of the hospital and chose to check out the upper levels. However, as they were walking down the hallway, that's when they encountered something extremely disturbing.
Whoa.
You wanna know something crazy? People our age, dude, our age,
You were born in this hospital.
Evil lies here. What is this?
Check this out.
How do you get up, dude? Yeah?
His boots are still there.
Oh, yeah. Clothes. Armstrong relocation. Yeah.
What was that?
Sounded like a voice.
Sounded like somebody screaming.
Yeah. Yeah, so it might not have picked it up on camera, but we heard someone scream, hey. It sounded like they were saying hey, and they were screaming it, but we think it was from like two stories down.
After hearing faint voices originating from the lower levels, the explorers immediately started walking in the opposite direction, moving as far away as possible from the commotion. Their decision was largely influenced by the fact that they had observed the presence of scrappers or looters throughout the building, as nearly every area appeared either ransacked or heavily damaged. At one point, they even discovered a room that was filled with personal belongings that most likely belonged to a homeless individual or a squatter, making it seem even more obvious that someone was definitely inside the building with them. Considering these circumstances, and wanting to avoid any encounters with either of these individuals, the duo wisely decided to leave the building entirely and chose to explore a different one instead. However, as soon as they reached that section, that's when they encountered something once again.
Yo, where you at? Where you at?
Why'd you leave me like that? I heard the door open right behind me. I fell running up the stairs.
I didn't open the door.
The door open. I tripped right
On 5?
on the one we were just leaving.
Yeah, 5.
6 then. I was the first.
I'm gonna go back down and check it out.
Okay, right. Either right here.
Yeah, then.
So it's that one. So it's...
Hello? Is anyone there?
Might have been the lamp.
Is anyone in there? This is locked. Why would that door be locked?
After one of the explorers heard a door slam, he initially ran away from the commotion, but eventually rejoined his friend to investigate its source. During their investigation, they noticed a single door that had been locked, and were quite puzzled as to why it was secured, or whether someone might actually be hiding behind it. For the next several minutes, they investigated the various doors in the rooms, trying to make sense of why that door was the only one that had been locked. However, as they were trying to figure this out, they suddenly heard a loud rumbling noise coming from the building.
What's that sound? Hold on, turn the light off. Dude, it sounds like it's right here. Look for shadows. Dude, it's right there, the fucking generator.
You see them?
No, but I just saw the generator. Hold on, yeah.
As soon as the explorers heard a loud rumbling noise, they cautiously moved toward its source, but were startled and quickly ran off after spotting a generator set up inside the room. For the next several minutes, the duo remained hidden, trying their best to comprehend who this individual was, and more importantly, whether they posed any real-time threats. They ultimately suspected that the individual might be a scrapper, and the generator was most likely being operated by him. They then ran out of the room as fast as they could and made their way toward the edge of the staircase. But the noise, or perhaps the generator, suddenly stopped working, as if the person had realized the explorers were nearby and had been spooked by their presence. The duo, acknowledging this detail, decided to make their presence known and cautiously started walking toward the individual.
I saw him. He was standing over facing the window. When I saw him, he was like right there, looking like down. Turn it off.
Stay back. What is he, bro? Who is he? Let's go. We need to make ourselves known. Is anyone there? Hello? 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 How's it going?
Alright. We're going.
Did you yell earlier?
Oh.
I swear we heard somebody say something to us and we were on the other building, so we ran away because we didn't know, like...
Hey, it's plenty of folks. If folks stay in here and
Yep.
folks work too. Y'all finna get out of here now.
No.
See, when you hear the generator cut off, I'm gone.
That was scary.
Dude, finding that dude was scary.
Yeah, it was.
And that dude, somebody straight up slammed the door behind me. It was it.
Yep.
Fortunately for the explorers, the individual they encountered outside the room was neither hostile nor aggressive towards them. In fact, their interaction was quite friendly and respectful, as the man even gave them a heads up that there were definitely more people inside the building, and advised them to be extremely cautious during their exploration. After their brief but amicable conversation, the explorers left the individual alone and continued to explore the building for an additional 15 minutes. During this extended period of exploration, they heard some faint noises along with some distant thuds, and even found several signs of habitation by a homeless person or squatter, which heightened their unease as they realized someone else was indeed inside the building with them. Luckily for them, the overall atmosphere had significantly settled down by then, and they were able to explore the building in relative peace. By this point, the duo had explored almost every major part of the hospital and eventually decided to end their exploration. They then cautiously made their way toward the exit and fortunately managed to leave the building without any harm. Nevertheless, the explorers later reflected on their experience, expressing gratitude for having explored the building and for making it out of it safely. But they also noted that future visitors or fellow urban explorers would most likely have a similar experience as theirs if they ever choose to visit this abandoned hospital in Alabama.